Welcome to FMR. Hello everyone, my name is Clive Finnimore. This is the virtual FMR channel. Sorry about the feedback. Bit excited there, bit close to the microphone. We have just over 1 minute to go until we start climbing at 12% elevation at 5 kilometers per hour here on virtual FMR. Thank you to NoblePro for sending me a t-shirt for this event. We really appreciate NoblePro's support. If you haven't already, check out the link below in the description. We offer a 4% discount through Stephen Cousins' link. Please check it out now if you're looking for a new treadmill or upgrading. Let's have a look. 30 seconds to go. Let's get the treadmill moving. Let's get it up to 12% elevation. Good afternoon, Tina Beard. Good afternoon, Tiago. Hello, Sebastian. You're out there somewhere. I know you are. There he is. There's Sebastian. Sebastian's got the sweeper red beacon tonight. Thank you very much, Sebastian. Let's get it up to 5 kilometers per hour. 12% elevation. We'll be running approximately 5 kilometers, in which we will run over 500 meters. And here we go. Welcome along, everyone, to in-game. Paul Hayward's with us tonight in-game. Tiago's with us in-game. Sebastian's in-game. Cheers, fellas. Always good to have company. Some of the group have run off already. We like to keep it disciplined, keep the heart rate low as possible, jog at 12% elevation. How's it going, Paul? What are you going for tonight? 10? Paul's been building his elevation up over the weeks, starting at 6 a couple months back. I think on Thursday last week he was up to 10%. So Paul's doing really well. Sebastian has a question. Fire away, buddy. Hopefully my microphone won't give feedback now. It always crackles a bit at the start when it's waking up. Seems all right now. It's good. Currently 17.5 degrees centigrade here in the Cornish garage. 35% humidity. Outside the window, it's sunny spells. It's been hot and sunny all day with blue skies. Seems to have clouded over a little now out there. We've got rain forecast for tomorrow. Hi, Paul. Paul's at 10% incline tonight. Well done, Paul. Keep at it, buddy. Hope everyone's had a good day at work, at home, whatever you've been up to. I've been at work. Haven't filmed anything for Finnimore's farmhouse stay. It was just a bit of painting the fence again. We've seen enough of that for a while. I did build another fence actually up round where the cars park and where we keep the skip. It's a bit of a barrier and a screen just to make it look a bit nicer at the top of the garden. (20 degrees centigrade, 52% humidity for Paul, where he is tonight. So a bit warmer there, at 2.5 degrees warmer. I'm guessing where Sebastian is, it's going to be quite warm. It's usually up around 30. If he's got his tumble dryer going in the basement. Sebastian's asking me, you said last year or the year before your African grey flew away. We found her, Sebastian. 4 days Sky spent in the field next to our house. She didn't make it very far. She literally went up in the air, flew beyond the house where I lost sight of her. We presumed she'd flown off. She was actually over the other side of the hedge in a cornfield or a maize field or barley or whatever it is, wheat. And she didn't move from the same spot for 4 days. In the end, after 4 days, we'd almost given up. I just thought I'd have one more walk around the field next to the house, whistling and calling. And then I heard a little muted whistle and a hello, hello, coming from the corner of the field. So I went over and there she was, sat in the corn. She ran up my arm, I grabbed hold of her tightly and ran back to the house. So we found Sky last year, Sebastian. Now she's well and truly locked up in the cage. So I always double check now. It was my own fault. I tried to clean her out outside. So I pulled the bottom grate or the bottom tray out of her cage while she was in it. And something frightened her, whether it was a bee or a butterfly or another bird. She dropped at the bottom and flew off. So I won't make that mistake again. Are you okay, Michelle? Oh, deleted her name. Right. Anyway, here we go. Currently walking at 5 kilometers per hour for the first 400 meters just to get used to the incline. At the next arch we will be bumping up to 5.5 kilometers per hour, at which we will rise up onto the balls of our feet and start to jog. It does feel warm in here tonight. As it says on screen, we like to play a little game of heart rate below 150. I generally aim for 160, but we're getting ever so closer to 150. Last week, I think it basically hit 151 in the last 100 meters. We nearly did it. Never done it before, I don't think. Made it all the way. Tiago's putting a laughing face with his emoji above his head. And by doing that, what we do is we go onto the map, hit the emoji key, and we can put nice. Just drop some ride-ons while we're there. No tumble dryer on in Sebastian's basement tonight, so hopefully it's a bit cooler for him to film my Run 500. Sebastian's now saying, "What is a tumble dryer?" A clothes dryer. A dry washing machine. Tiago says it's warm where he is tonight. Up to 5.5 kilometers per hour. Up onto the balls of our feet, and now we begin to run. Here we go then, keeping it nice and relaxed. Stand tall, relax the shoulders, keep your breathing nice and easy. 2 days to go until Tina's watch arrives. It's exciting, isn't it, Tina? Running parcels. I try to pretend I remember which one it is you're getting, Tina. It's the Garmin 9 something something. It's a new watch that's officially been released on Thursday. Very similar to the Fenix series. Tina's looking forward to it very much. Paul Hayward's asking Tina what she's getting. Sebastian's telling Paul, Tina is our new tech nerd. Tina's got a brand new iPad Pro, new Garmin watch. However, she's still using her iPad Air Generation 2, 10 years old, not supported, but it still does the job. Tina, oh yeah, Tina's also setting up her new iPhone. Tina's watching us on the iPad Pro tonight. And the watch she's getting is the Forerunner 970. Very nice indeed. Sebastian says she's ordered a new iPad. I think she's watching it, using it now, Sebastian. iPad Pro, latest generation. But she also has an Air 2. Somewhere in my loft, I think I mentioned last night, I have an iPad first generation. It was more of a bar of soap shape, curved at the back. Paul says that's a fast watch, Tina. Tina says, yes, Paul, much faster than me. So every kilometre distance we run tonight, we will be climbing 120 metres up. Sebastian's getting really excited to see all of Tina's new tech. I've had to spend a bit of money on the car, MOT this month and also next month, so no running parcels for me for a while. Land Rover passed its MOT. Couple of advisories there. Front disc pads worn. Front discs worn. Scraped, advisory to replace. So we've booked them in for June the 10th. Advisory, scraped, rear discs but okay. And as it's 19 years old, rear and subframe corrosion, but no structural damage. So basically it means the paint's flaked off a couple places and they can see a little bit of orange rust dust on the surface. So that's not a problem. We'll get under there with a wire brush at some point, put some rust hardener on there and paint over it. And then hopefully next year they won't see it. Tina says her new watch has maps, but she doesn't go anywhere. It's also got golf courses on it and ski slopes, Tina. If it's anything like my watch. All that extra stuff that you'll never use. Sebastian's also looking forward to seeing Tina's garden. Tina's little paradise out in the back of a house. I've just been down my garden. I should have filmed it actually. I'll have to film it later in the week with a couple of wooden heavy-duty shelving pallets, which I laid on top of the old pallets which are by the nature pond. Looks a bit more like a bridge now, a bit stronger. Your foot doesn't go through it anymore, so we strengthened up the little wooden bridge by the nature pond. Paul says it's future-proof, Tina. Yeah, that's a good thing with a Garmin watch. You buy it and you have it for years. You don't feel that you have to upgrade to the newest model the following year. You just keep using it until it breaks. I'm currently using the Garmin Enduro 2, which I bought a couple years back. Still does what I need it to do very well. Apart from running fast and my body turns into a cadence wreck and my watch thinks my cadence is my heart rate, which is giving me false stats, reference my VO2 max and stuff. But we'll just stop looking at that now. As long as it records the run, syncs up with my chest heart rate monitor and uploads it to Strava and Garmin Connect, we're happy. Mainly the battery life. I like having this watch because you only have to charge it up about once a month. Tina says she's going to be selling her 2-year-old Garmin 255. Is that a Forerunner? If anyone wants one. So if anyone wants one who's listening now, mention in the comments below. Tina, I'm interested in your watch, your old watch. Paul Hayward hasn't fixed his heart rate on Zwift yet, but could see it on his watch. That's all right then, at least you know what you're doing. A bit like me last night, I had no heart rate on my watch. Something went wrong with Bluetooth. Things connected to things they shouldn't have, but at least it was on my watch. Paul Hayward has a 245. So is that the one lower than the one that Tina's selling? Yeah. The Strummer's mine, Sebastian. The leaf blower, petrol leaf blower, I borrowed from work, which we bought about a week ago at work on my recommendation, and it is a really good piece of kit. It's the 435. It almost blows you away. At work it started litters, blows stones, anything it makes contact all over the place. It's made what used to take like 1 to 2 hours sweeping the road outside my house, about a 10-minute job. And it's the same for work. We was having to sweep the whole front drive and clear the gutters out, sweep the patios. It was a whole morning job. Now we could do the lot in 15 minutes. So it definitely makes a difference. Well worth it. Blows all the dust away. A brief word about NoblePro, it says on the screen. Oh, Paul Hayward's stream's frozen. I believe it's still alright, it's still working here. NoblePro treadmills are a big favourite amongst Zwift runners. They are the best affordable smart treadmill currently available. Just ask Tina Beard or Stephen Cousins. Who else has got a NoblePro out there that's running with us tonight, or maybe watching the live stream? Tina says, I'm impressed with your leaf blowing skills. It makes hers makes more mess. Well, you should have seen me the first day. I almost blew all the hanging baskets away. I forgot they were above my head, and I was holding the leaf blower in the upright position as not to blow the rubbish on the floor that I just swept up, and it nearly took out the hanging baskets. So we're now currently running at 6 kilometers per hour, 500 meters to go of this section. Heart rate currently at 127. Getting quite warm in here tonight. First time wearing the red NoblePro t-shirt for this event. I wore the white one last Thursday with my Benny Hill Vega hat on, which is behind me hanging on the ukulele. Tonight we thought we'd wear the red one. Mainly because the white one's still in the wash from last week. There's a bit of a slow process in our house with the washing routines. As there are 5 or 6 of us living here, it goes in the washing basket, slowly makes its way through the washing system, out onto the line or the tumble dryers, back into the baskets, and then eventually it makes its way back up the stairs, into the bedroom, into the piles, and then back down here into the garage. No idea where the white one is at the moment, but it's somewhere along that chain. Paul Hayward's been enjoying his new pressure washer. It's good when you get a new tool, isn't it? New bit of kit at home. I bet you've got spanking clean patios now, Paul. I bet you even put the wiggly lines in it, the nice clean wiggly lines, and wrote your name in it. Tina's asking Paul if he's blown away all the stonework yet, taking all the sand out from between the patio slabs. Paul says he's got lots of rustic slabs. I need to do a bit of weeding around my patio slabs and then re-point them back in again out on the patio. Sebastian still needs a new power washer. Sebastian's bought the new Accu-driven chainsaw this week. You could use it with one hand. The chain is around 15 centimetres long. Very nice. Is that one of those mini ones? Sebastian, what's it like? Does it go through small branches and that fine? I've also got here the wood shredder from work. I didn't get round to using it on the weekend, but hopefully this coming weekend we'll get down the garden. Mind you, we are forecast rain, so it might not happen. Cut off the small branches and the bottoms of the trees so I can get underneath easier with the lawnmower, shred them all up and put them on the flower beds. Oh, Hayward says, careful with your fingers, Sebastian. Sebastian's just confirming that the chainsaw is powered by a battery. We have a battery-powered hedge trimmer at work. It's actually really good, and the battery pack lasts a long time, so I'm quite impressed with that. We have 3 chainsaws, petrol-driven ones at work, 2 with blunt chains, 1 without. Our strimmers at work are currently not working, so we're going to have to take mine in possibly next week, unless we can get it fixed. All the fuel pipes on the carburettor are all perished, so we need to change them over, get them fixed. Just over 50 metres to go into the next arch. We'll be ramping up to 6.5 kilometres per hour. Approaching halfway through this event tonight. Stay tall, everyone, no slouching. Stay up at the balls of your feet, relax your shoulders and breathe. Let's keep breathing. Another kilometre done. Stay on it and increase to 6.5 kilometres per hour. Here we go. Paul Hayward's dad popped over on Monday. Trimmed all his hedges. If he's popping down to Cornwall, Paul, send him my way. My hedges need doing as well. I'll have to borrow the electric hedge trimmer from work this weekend, maybe. Which means then I'll have to borrow the blower again. Tina's saying, I hope there was no bird nests in them hedges, Paul. We've got a lot of house martins looking around our house at the moment for suitable nesting sites. They're all stuck on the walls, under the eaves. We've got swallows out in the back porch. And now, swallows are the ones that got longer tails, and they got red bibs, a bluish tinge to their feathers on their back. And now we've got house martins, which have smaller tail feathers, and they're all white on the front. Oh, Haywood says there were no gas pipes. His dad accidentally cut through a gas pipe at work one day. Oh my God. But they had to isolate the supply, cordon off the area, call in the engineer. Sebastian said it's not allowed to cut hedges this time of year. Tina says, no, it's not allowed here till September now. Same here, says Sebastian. So, are you not cutting hedges because it's not good for the plants? Or because of the bird nests? They sent the fire brigade to the wrong building. Fire brigade got called in for the gas leak. I bet that caused a bit of kerfuffle, didn't it? Oh, Tina says we're not allowed to cut the hedges because of a new law with regards to wildlife. Well, thank you for telling me that. I have no idea. I won't be cutting the hedges then. And I guess I shouldn't really cut the low branches on the trees. Sebastian will be telling me not to cut the trees between March and October. Thing is, I keep banging my head on them when I'm mowing the lawn. All was well in the end with a gas pipe, says Paul. I'm lucky here because my hedge around the edge of my garden lies along the edge of the farmer's track, which you saw in the Finnimore's farmhouse video yesterday after I cut the grass. And at the beginning of each year, he comes down with the tractor and the actual big hedge trimmer on the side of the tractor and takes the side off facing the road, and he tops the top off as well. So I don't need to do that. It's just the bit protruding into my garden that's getting a bit overgrown. But if I'm not allowed to cut it, Sebastian and Tina, I'll leave it alone until September. Saves me a job anyway. I better not make a Finnimore's farmhouse video on YouTube of me cutting the hedge then, had I? Because you'll be telling me off, Tina. And it'll also be evidence that I cut the hedge after the new law was made. Thank you for the heads up. So is it March to September? I'll remember that. Tina says that's why the farmers all rush to do the hedges before the 31st of March. Yes, I believe he did cut it in March. Only dry branches can be cut. And branches that might harm people when passing your property. You can cut stray bits that encroach on the pedestrian path. Okay. Unfortunately, the trees which poke me in the eyes when I'm cutting the grass are in the garden and nowhere near the path. So I'll just have to put some eye protection on and wear a hard hat until September. Just over 200 metres now to go into the next arch, at which we'll increase to 7 kilometres per hour. Paul Haywood's favourite stage of this event, 7 kilometres per hour for 1,000 metres. It's when you're really starting to feel it in your legs, that last kilometre. Try not to lean into the hill too much. Straighten your back, lift your shoulders. This will open up your chest and allow more oxygen into your lungs. Good work, Paul, Sebastian, Tiago, and anyone else in the run with me tonight who's watching the live stream. Good work to all. Well done, everyone. Well over halfway. Stay strong. We're almost there. Paul Hayward saving his fan blast for the last kilometre when he really needs it. Well done, Paul. Mine was on before I even started. I was sweating hot thinking about this event. I'm sure Tina is just watching us. Here we go then, here comes the arch. Up to 7 kilometres per hour we go. A last 1,000 metre stretch. Paul Hayward will be turning on his fan at the arch. There it is. Up we go. Oh, that's good to hear, Tina. Tina says her foot is much improved today. So a couple more days rest, I think. Don't push it though, Tina. Let it go completely. Let it go and then have a couple extra days. I know you won't, because I wouldn't either. You know what I'm like. I'll be taking paracetamol and still running and being told off by you, Tina. Sebastian's got 2 fans on in his subtropical basement. I had to really squint then because I've got my glasses on. Subtropical basement. He's got 2 fans blowing at him. One in the face, one at his body probably. Trying to cool him down. He's probably blowing warm air on him. Heart rate for me, 143. Cadence, 165. 3.15 kilometers run. 3:34 minutes elapsed. Approximately 15 minutes to go until the end. Tiago has 3 fans. Is that what I read then? Tiago has 3 fans and 1 on the treadmill. That's some cooling. It sounds very appealing, that, Tiago. Paul Haywood says, there's no point turning on a treadmill fan. They're useless. It's probably why he's got 3 others pointing at him. Those treadmill fans are like those little handheld fans, aren't they? With a couple of batteries in that people wave on their face. They don't really do anything. Bit of a gimmick. Tina says, talking about telling off, have you drank enough today? The answer to that is no. I've had about, I'd say half a litre. I was trying, and that's how I know I've had about 500 millilitres of water. I promise I'll start drinking after this run. Sebastian forgot to drink. Too much to do. So Tina, we'll be telling Sebastian off now. We've got into that 7 kilometers per hour mark. Hello, Marcus Holmes. Marcus Holmes says, hello, my friends. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you for popping in, Marcus. I hope you're okay, buddy. I hope life's treating you well. And you're still running. I've seen you popping up in Zwift occasionally. Sebastian says, we're all working hard, Marcus. Tina says, Marcus, hi. Paul says, hi, Marcus. We're here, Marcus, doing our usual Tuesday and Thursday, 5 PM UK time, FMR500 run. Oh my God. Marcus says he's still running. He's just passed 20,000 miles on Zwift. That is absolutely amazing. I believe Marcus is the leading distance runner on Zwift. And looking at 20,000 miles is pretty amazing. Marcus, is that all on the same treadmill? Or have you changed treadmills at all? Because if that was on the same treadmill, that's pretty amazing, isn't it? Paul Haywood says congratulations. Sebastian says congrats. Marcus said he's going to try and join us one day on the FMR500. Cheers, Marcus. It'd be great to have you along. Marcus said it was all on the same treadmill. That is amazing, isn't it? Have you ever had to change the belt? Or any maintenance or anything? He says he's done a few miles in hotels, but that's still amazing. Oh. He's replaced the belt once and the deck once, but that motor's still going strong. Nice one, Marcus. Sebastian's the Techno Gym maintenance man here. He's got a spare belt and deck if anyone needs one. Even provides video documentaries on how to repair your treadmill. Sebastian says it's still with one Hart. Here we go then. Approaching 200 meters left to go until we reach the penultimate arch, at which we will run 8 kilometers per hour for 200 meters. And then what we usually do is we'll reduce back down to 0% elevation and run at 10 kilometers per hour just to shake the legs out at the end, bring the heart rate down. Is anyone running Tina's Tuesday social? Are you outside with club tonight, Tina? Or are you going to be on the treadmill? If not, Stephen Cousins will be here tomorrow at 6 PM UK time for Workout Wednesday. Fingers crossed he will be. He's been experiencing a few computer technical issues over the last week. Overheating problems and the computer shutting down. I believe he's repasted and seated his processor, hoovered out his tower and removed the RAM and reinserted it. So hopefully Stephen will be here for Workout Wednesday tomorrow. Sebastian says, by the way, my treadmill has a new motherboard. Did you fit that, Sebastian? Oh no, sorry Tina. Tina's having a rest day today. She's got a little foot injury and she's just resting up this week to get back to full strength for next week. So we'll be back here on virtual FMR tomorrow at 6 PM UK time with Stephen. Come and join us in game. Pop in and say hello in the in-game chat. Come and see if his computer works. Here we go then, up to 8 kilometers per hour for the final 200 meters. Paul Hayward says, hopefully, Stephen hasn't had a run somewhere. I haven't heard any different. As far as I'm aware, he will be here tomorrow. Watch this space. $80 meters. Heart rate 153, 154. A little bit higher than last Thursday. It feels a lot warmer in here tonight than it was last Thursday. Possibly that, and that I've been a very naughty boy and haven't been drinking today, so I'm probably dehydrated. 167 for Sebastian. Here we go. It's the final arch. Taking the incline back down to 0. We have run 525 meters of elevation. 41 minutes elapsed. Back down to 0% elevation, taking the speed up to 10 kilometers per hour. Tiago at heart rate of 176. Well done, Tiago. So here we go, 800 meters, running on the flat, 10 kilometers per hour, shaking the legs out, bringing the heart rate down. Tina says, well done everyone. Nice work. Thank you, Tina. I'd just like to say, once again, thank you to NoblePro for sending me the NoblePro shirts to run this event on Tuesdays and Thursdays. NoblePro supports this event. We really appreciate their support. We will be back tomorrow at 6 PM UK time with Workout Wednesday. Stephen Cousins will be here on virtual FMR. I will be back here for Film My Run 500 on Thursday, same time, 5 PM UK time. Stephen, hopefully, touch wood, plastic, he will be here Thursday at 6 PM for a MyWush run. And then on Friday, it should be Bag That Badge at 6 with Stephen and Penrose virtual park run route on MyWush with Sebastian at 5 PM. So if you want to see what the Penrose park run route looks like on a Saturday morning, he'll be streaming my run. Sorry, the phone's ringing. I'll have to wait a minute. He'll be streaming that on Friday. I'll be there with all the other park runners, so watch out for that. We have just under 400 meters left to go. Thank you everyone for joining me tonight. Thank you Stephen, Tina, Paul Hayward, and of course Marcus Holmes, who's now clocked 20,000 miles on Zwift. Absolutely incredible. On the same treadmill with only one belt and deck change. Well done to everyone in game. Sebastian's heart is now, he's doing a speed recovery. He's got a heart rate of 148. Very good. Tina says 6:30. 6:30. Oh, is that Workout Wednesday tomorrow, Tina? 6:30. Workout Wednesday with Stephen tomorrow is at 6:30 PM UK time. Thank you, Tina. It was because my phone was ringing. It threw me off. It's me boss from work. I'll have to phone straight back after this in case something's happened. Tractor's just drove past the window at the back of my house here. It looks like he's going in with the round baler to pick up the hay, which they cut about 2 days ago. They've been turning it every day, drying it out. And it looks like he's going in with a baler this evening before the rain comes tomorrow. That's the tractor that was racing me when I was cutting my grass. Here we go then. 40 meters and we're done. Knows, I might have to go back to work. We'll see what's happened. $5K done. Hit that stop button. Streamers are flying. Whoa, that's warm tonight. 18.5 degrees centigrade here in the Cornish garage now. 39% humidity. Well done everyone. Thank you for joining me. Let's save the run. Maximum heart rate 156 tonight. Anyway, have a good evening everyone. We'll be back here again tomorrow on Virtual FMR with Stephen at 6:30 PM UK time. Until then, stay safe, take care. I'm off for a shower. Where's OBS, Sebastian? There it is. End sequence. Paul Hayward says, Clive, you might get an evening meal if you go back to work. What do we have today? Oh, it was sweet and sour chicken and special fried rice today, followed by chocolate trifle topped with chocolate buttons. Very nice indeed. Sebastian says grass cutting is now not allowed, new law. Save the animals in the grass. Oh my god. I do mulch. I put the grass back on the floor, it doesn't go into the compost heap. Tiago says bye bye all. Tina says I hope there's no emergency, I'm just about to find out, so we'll see what's happening. Anyway, I'm going to go and phone work now. Have a good evening everyone, we'll see you again tomorrow. Stay safe, take care, until next time. Cheers, bye bye.